right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded into in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. I have no idea. Why would you choose that? An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has Everything in this case has a start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Maya, aren't we on the same page? You've been with us the entire time. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is gonna think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually...
Why did you sniff it?
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Is it like... Does everyone sneeze when they smell pepper? Is that a thing? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming that Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim?
I mean... Okay. Who is this?
Just show a random person. That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Pat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
Lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's a victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? I mean... what direction do I go with this? It's technically like... Well, I could save, it's fine. Because technically it is an accident, it's just... I don't know. The lion-biting bat was no accident at all!
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Bat's scarf stayed with his blood in a small quantity of pepper.
That's just a scarf.
Acro? This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who was the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina?
There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor.
And where might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Ben as a present. Where's the crime in that?
Still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix, right? Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Liam wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Well, maybe you should think twice about fucking putting your head in a lion's mouth. Even if it wasn't pepper induced, you could still sneeze randomly. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. You fool! Pretty crazy.
You've got to be kidding me! What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix, right? This theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how the stroke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acker nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot.
Ha. Ha 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 ha. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro, you don't mean, you can't mean, witness.
Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster. Where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the metal weapon, or the lack thereof. Thereof to be more precise. The murder weapon.
The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you gotta do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won.
Maybe request a search? I don't know.
The defense requests to search the room of the witness Ken Dingling. What is it now? It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now, you must know the meaning of Von Karma total justice.
You mean?
A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. Wow. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this.
Ha 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 ha. It looks like you lacked the final nail to put into my coffin. And now I'm gonna be buried on the ground with a hole in it. And dirt's gonna come into my coffin.
But what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now.
Yeah. Do something, Nick! Don't let this case slip away! The bust! Where is it now?
Where's the bust right now?
You're Phoenix Wright! You know where that bust is! I'm sure you do!
I mean, I know it.
There's not even a single clue! How am I supposed to know where the bust is?
It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-argument looked to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end to the cross-examination of this witness.
Who said it? Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue.
Huh? What?
We need time to do what?
He's just like, we need time to do what? He just points.
Oh, why are you the most surprised here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
What? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. What if I couldn't think of an answer? Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Acrobat always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
Walking a tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
The meta weapon. Where is Max's bust now? I'm like moving my eyebrows, but I actually don't know where they're moving to. Oh, that made me hurt. That made me hurt my eye. Wait, that strained my eyes a bit. Hold on. Okay.
It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom.
It's obviously where?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all.
I don't know if you would be able to easily get this if you were playing this blind. I don't even know how
Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off of your wheelchair?
See, you wouldn't even know there was a blanket on his wheelchair. You'd never see the bottom half of his sprite. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there?
How would you know there's a blanket under there? He could have been uncovered. When would you have ever seen a blanket on him? I don't remember. Ha 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 ha. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bus is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found a murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap?
What if he wasn't wearing pants? That'd be awkward. Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
You fool! How could you?
Bang bang. You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Teabagged, as the kids say it. Actually, 2 of them.
2 of them?
Miss Franziska Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence. The cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. You just lit your room. You lit something in your room on fire and threw it away. No one saw the smoke. No one noticed that there was smoke coming out. No, okay. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? Wouldn't you also have to go through like security searches and stuff to ensure that you weren't carrying or like concealed with like you weren't concealing a weapon or something? Like, wouldn't they have like asked you to be like, can you take off your blanket so we can see that there's nothing hiding in your chair or anything? Like, none of that? Security wasn't a thing? Okay. I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro? Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I am responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother wanted was for Virginia to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely. He's not even dead. That she would laugh innocently while saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful.
So are you saying that you are a victim of all this as well? No, that's not what I mean. There's some big in tears. There's just so much tears. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd killed myself. And then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Fly around the room for us, Max. Show them what for. This court is adjourned. So we did it. We beat the case. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. No, I didn't want to. I thought we were. Aha! Many congrats, but I only max a million of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about Twill too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh?
He's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault!
Ugh. So sweetie pie.
Bad and Acro, they're never coming back!
Ah, my ear. I have to tone that shit down.
Bad and Acro, they're never coming back! Now everyone's gonna split up! Regina! Mr. Wright, tell me something!
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro... Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
No. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You really sure? I can really believe that?
Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making up stuff that Acro's not wanting revenge.
What am I doing? Oh, maybe. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
But...
That's right, Regina.
He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Pat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Pat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen. Don't laugh. That's quite the goal.
Yay! I can't wait!
Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max! Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today?
Huh?
We've got to work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been.
But, Mo...
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry.
Max... Nick!
It seems like everything is gonna turn out all right here.
I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order the special whoopee cushion seats. Aha! 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 final aha you'll ever see. Oh! I see what made the case. Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Antwerp.
There he is, holding a fucking stupid flip phone. Not a flip phone. What do you call them?
Anyway, I had some thoughts. Oh my god. It's the final case, you guys. We're almost at the end. Well, almost as fucking underestimating how long it's gonna be. This last case is really long, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I had some thoughts about that. The situation with Acro is like so fucking sad. I was like really going into it being like, man, he's a fucking dick for wanting to kill Regina just because he was mad at what happened with Bat and stuff. Then he cried and he's all like, oh man, I feel remorse, I feel bad. And it's like, you can't help but feel bad for the guy. You know, he's also still a dick for trying to kill a young girl who was just like pulled a harmless, what was supposed to be a harmless prank, I guess. And that's only because his brother started it. So, I don't know. I guess like you can't justify his actions, but also you can also like feel sorry for him, I guess. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I remember a while back when VGA covered this game, there was a big kerfuffle about this, the ending of this case with the whole situation with Acro. So I was just thinking about it. But like, I guess like, you know, just things be like that. So my overall thoughts about that case was, it was still kind of bad because of all the voicings that I had to do. I mean, was it good? I don't know. The whole situation with Max and the crew together, it was like very like, everyone hates Max and Max is an asshole. And then suddenly, Max, we need Max here in the circus. It was like very abrupt. It wasn't like a slow transition into it, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but we're almost done with the game. I wonder how many, probably going to be a few more sessions with the last case. The last case is long, I remember. I'm pretty sure it was very long. So a lot happens in it. If you have yet to play this game or you've never seen what happens in it, you'll be in for quite a ride from what I remember. It's a little rusty, but like, it's something. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you are enjoying these. And if you're not, that's okay too. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat the rest of my snack mix, my fruit snacks, and call it a day.